Think for about 30 more seconds. First hand account or second hand account? Wow, I don't even see the text. Alright, talk at your table. What do you think?
I think it's first hand account. I always had the. It I think this is great because I think she told me that she was there and she was up close and she did a back
Alright, and share with me in 3. And 1. What kind of account do you think this was, and why? Gavin, what do you think? First hand, I think this was. Because?
Because it has all of the stuff for a first hand account.
What are some of those things?
It has the big witness and saw the.
Yes, go ahead, repeat yourself, sorry I was distracted.
Oh, it has all stuff like the eyewitness and saw the event occur.
Alright, good. What do you think? Do you agree or respectfully disagree with Gavin? Jemiah?
I do,
Alright, yeah, she was an eyewitness. She saw the event occur, so she agrees with Gavin. Alright, one more, Caleb.
I respectfully agree with Gavin and Jeremiah because she was there and she witnessed the crimes.
Oh, she witnessed the crime. Alright, good. So we're thinking, do you have a question or an ad? Alright, one more, go ahead.
I agree with Gavin, Jeremiah, and Brian on with the act that the evidence that it could be that was the person flag said, while I was reading, I saw. So that means that she actually saw it.
Nice. Alright, so Emily took it a little further. She said, I see all these things, but here's my evidence to prove it. She said, let's look at the first sentence. While I was reading, I saw Mrs. Smith take our candy, markers, sticks, posters, and posters. Alright? So that evidence that she said, when I was reading, I saw, how does that prove to her that it's a first-hand account? How do we know that Emily's right based on that evidence? Hannah?
Because it's the eyewitness.
How do you know though? What part of this sentence tells you?
While I was reading, I saw.
Alright, and what about that sentence tells you that she saw it?
It says I.
It says I saw it. I was there and I saw it. Good. Alright, so now, yep.
What if you just been in it for part of it?
Alright, what do you think? Mariah said, what if you were in it for part of it and then you go out? Would that be a first-hand account or a second-hand account? What if you were in here for part of it? Chris, what do you think?
I think it'll be a second account
Wow.
because the first hand account is whenever you see the entire thing.
Okay.
But second hand account just means that you don't know that much.
Alright, so
Like,
she
you
saw
can get
part,
clues.
but she saw part of it. She was in here for a little bit. Then she left and something else happened. She was in here for a little bit though. What do you think, Desire?
I think it's in second
Stop her. Wow.
because
If Mariah said, I was in here for a little bit, but then I left. I saw some of it, but not all of it.
something else could have happened and you didn't see it and someone told you, and they can be a witness.
Okay? So maybe for that second part you didn't see it, so that would be a secondhand account. What about the first part that she did see though? What about the first part that she did see? Yes.
I think it's both because if you could ask. I think it's both because part of it you saw, but the other part you didn't, and you could be an eyewitness for the part that you did saw.
Alright, she said I think it's both because part of it you saw, the part of it you didn't. So you could maybe be an eyewitness for the first part that you did see. Alright, what do you guys think about that? Gavin?
I agree with her
Why?
because I think it's both.
Okay.
First-hand account and second-hand.
Because?
Because they were in for part of it, but not all of it.
Yeah, they were there for part of it but not all of it. Alright, Emily?
Well, I still didn't find it in the second because you still have to do research if you didn't see everything.
Alright, so maybe part of it would be secondhand. Good. Alright, guys. Last one, Jemiah.
I'll go with Mariah and Gavin because I think it's both because we did it for some and we
Good. Yeah, you were in it for some, but you didn't see the rest. So maybe part of it could be a first-hand account, part of it could be second. Alright, so let's look. What you're going to do now is I want you to look at this, and you guys are going to decide whether this is a first-hand account or a second-hand account and why. Alright? You're going to write this on your index card, and it'll be your little exit slip for today. Okay? So before we do that, so we're going to do in just a second, I want you to think we need to finish our learning statement for today. Alright? You are going to be able to identify the difference between a first-hand account and a second-hand account of the same topic. Alright? What can we put for our so I can? Well, why would that be important? To be able to identify if something you're reading is a first-hand account or a second-hand account. Why am I teaching you how to do this? Why do you need to learn how to do this? Talk at your table. Why is this important?
Why is it Alright, share with me in 3, 2, 1. Hands in the air, voices off. Alright, why is this important? Why am I teaching you how to do this? Why do I think this is a skill that you need? Natalia? Because if you grow up and be a policeman, you need to know who killed who and what happened.
Good. So if you grow up to be a police officer, you might need to know if this is a first-hand account or a second-hand account. Were you there? Were you a witness? Did you see it? That's a great real-life application. All right, Chris, what do you think?
Just like Sherlock Holmes, you have to be able to investigate a crime scene.
You might have to investigate a crime
But you
scene.
have to know who. You have to get eyewitnesses, and you have to find out who's the suicidal maniac.
Okay. Yeah, we would maybe need it. Hopefully, I hope that we never have to deal with that, but possibly we would. All right, Emily, why would you need to know this?
I agree with Chris that like if you were a police officer or somebody who would do the job out of second.
Yeah, you might need to know if it's second or first hand. All right, Anthony?
Like military, because you can be like spying, like you could be spying on the enemy side, like you can be spying on the enemies and seeing what their plan is, and
Okay.
end up getting the witnesses, or you could be taken
hostage, but I'm hearing what I'm still being a witness.
Good. So you might need to find witnesses to tell you about those things. And last one, Mariah.
So you can compare firsthand and first person.
All right. Why would you need to do that?
Because if like a question asks you, is this text in first person or first hand account, you can compare and contrast what you know about them to see which one's better.
Good. All right. So we're going to talk more about this in the next week. But let's go. I heard a lot about eyewitness accounts. So today we'll be able to identify the difference between a first-hand account and a second-hand account of the same topic. So I can find reliable witnesses. You guys all did that today. Whenever you came in and you interviewed each other, you found a reliable witness. That's something you could do if you were in the military, like Anthony said, or if you're a police officer, like Natalia and Chris said. So if you want to be able to find reliable witnesses. So that's how we did that today.
I'm gonna bring this person down.
Alright, now I am coming around with your index card. Alright, so your expectation is to tell me this is a first-hand account or a second-hand account and why. So you need to read through the account, tell me if it's a first-hand account or a second-hand account and why. Are there any questions? Natalia?
Oh, can I go out the scissors?
Not yet. After you're done with this, you can either finish cutting or you can start gluing these into your notebooks. I'll come around with glue for whenever you're done. Alright, so let's read this together. So if you can't see it very well, you'll at least be able to hear it. Then you're going to tell me if it's a first-hand account or a second-hand account and why. Alright, while I was reading, I saw a lady with a blue jacket on, and she came into my class and took my class's candy, sticks, chart paper, and my teacher's special supplies were taken when this happened. I felt nervous because she took our things. Alright, so you need to decide, is this a first-hand account or a second-hand account and why? Write it down. I'll know that you're finished whenever it's face down on your table. You've got your things put away and you're reading silently.